Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk to you about how you can start a Twitter account to use in your classroom to reach out to parents, to engage students, and to also reach out to teachers from all over the world. We're going to start simple by first setting up your Twitter account, and I will show you how that works, and then we'll go inside of Twitter to talk about the symbols, how to follow others, and how to tweet. Finally, I'll give you some resources on how you can inform parents about social media in the classroom. I'll give you resources on hashtags and then some ideas for the classroom. Finally, what you will be required to do after this video is taking a survey so I can better gauge what your thoughts are about Twitter and social media in the classroom before we do a Twitter playdate next week. So, if you're ready, here we go. So accessing Twitter is very simple. You simply go to the URL www.twitter.com and you will be asked to sign up. Next, a screen such as this one that you see up on mine will show up, and you just have to put in your full name where it says full name here, and then you'll be asked for an email, and then you'll be asked for a password, and they'll probably ask you for that password twice. So, once you log into your Twitter, you will see many different things. I am going to show you the inside of my Twitter so you get a feel for what yours will eventually look like. So let's start in the corner. When you click here on the home page, you will see your home page. Right here is a picture, your cover photo, and then don't worry about these three numbers just yet. Right here in the middle is a running feed of the tweets that you are following. So these are people that I have chosen to follow, and all of their tweets show up for me in the middle of my homepage. Also on this page is a suggestion box on the right side where Twitter will recommend people that you can follow based on who you've already followed. So as you can tell here, two of these are based around education technology because Twitter notices that is something I am interested in following. Below here, you can see that I've subscribed to World Cup updates, and below, way down, you will be able to just see the feed refreshing itself. On the left side here is important. These are trends, which we'll get to in a second. So just become familiar first with what this homepage looks like. So the next part inside of your Twitter that I would like for you to focus on is the notification center. When you click on your notification center, two things will happen. You can choose notifications and mentions. This is when somebody is directing a tweet at you, which is where a mention will come up, or you'll get a notification if someone favorites a tweet that you've written, or they are also responding to you. This can all happen in the notification center or the mention center. Next, you'll see the Discover bar. Now, Discovery is neat because it will basically track what you tend to search for along with the people that you are following, and then it will recommend things that are tailored for your interests. So you can see here I am subscribed to TED Talks, I am subscribed to different educational organizations, I am subscribed to updates from the World Cup. So in the discovery section, I'm seeing what only I want to see. Finally, you will see the Me section. The Me section is basically your profile. So you can see the cover photo I choose, there's my profile picture on the left side, and then here in the middle you will see all of the tweets that I have written so far. So I can post pictures, I can post retweets of things I agree on that I read of others, and the list can go on and on and on. It's basically up to you to take your Twitter as far as you would like it. So that's what the inside of Twitter looks like. Now I want to show you what a tweet actually can be. So right here in the top right corner, you'll see this lovely little feather. It's in red. You click on that to compose a new tweet, and up will pop a screen. Now there are many different things that we can do when writing our tweets, and there are some symbols that you need to know. So the @ sign looks like that, and that's basically your handle or your username. So let's say I am writing to Alice Keeler, who's an individual in EdTech that I follow a lot. So if I want to write a tweet to her, I will start to write in her name, Alice Keeler. Now, let's say I want to ask her a question about how she uses Twitter in the classroom. I simply type that in. Hi, Alice. How do you use Twitter in the classroom? Now, there's one more thing that's important to add in if you're using a Twitter account, and that is the hashtags. Hashtags are where you see the pound sign that looks like that, and it helps us to group posts around the same topic. So since I'm talking about education and technology and social media in the classroom, I'm going to use the trend that on Twitter we call EdTech. So there we have it. I have a tweet. It's not too long. It's pretty simple and it's direct. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the button tweet and then it will get sent out to Alice Keeler. And there it goes. And what you'll notice here on my profile page is there is the tweet that I just wrote to her. And when she responds to me, it will show up in my notification area. Now, the last thing I want to mention to you about the insides of Twitter are the followers and the following. So if you take a look at the numbers on my screen, you'll see that I have 95 followers, which means 95 people follow my tweets and what I write. And then I have 131 people who I am following. These are people that I follow because I like to see what they have to say, or I like what they post, or I enjoy the resources that they post. Now, it's up to you how many people you want to follow. You also have the option of changing your privacy settings by clicking on this dial and making your tweets private, so they don't have to be public. Right now, most of mine are public. Now, one more thing I want to add about you tweeting are common educational hashtags. Now, when I first joined Twitter, I only knew about EdTech and EdTalk. Now, I made a list here, which I'm putting up on the screen, of educational hashtags that I follow, but there are hundreds. So MS Chat stands for middle school chat, since I teach middle school. Then there's a California educators chat. Then there's a high school chat. There's an urban education chat. There's a sci chat, since I teach science. These are ones that I follow, and what will happen is I can go on Twitter, which I will show you right now. If I click on a hashtag like EdTech, it will pull up all of the most recent tweets that show EdTech. Now, this is how people have Twitter meetings, and they meet online in the evenings and they talk and discuss, and they use this hashtag so that everything is grouped together for a reader to easily view later. So this is how teachers can really connect to each other from all over the world. Now that you have a basic understanding of how Twitter works, I want to show you how I vamped up my Twitter usage by incorporating my classroom. I created a classroom page where I invited parents and students, administrators, and community members to follow our Twitter page to see what exactly is happening in our classroom. So, as you can see, there's not too many followers. We started it at the end of last school year, but I'll give you an idea of what I do with my Twitter for my classroom. I posted an announcement to say have a wonderful summer break. Before that, I was using Instagram as well. I was showing students when the next lunar eclipse would be. I also post things that I know they are going to enjoy. So something like a Hunger Games update. It's simple, it's easy. I use grade reminders. I talk about what's happening for the week. So this is just an idea of what you can do with Twitter in your classroom. Now, this is separate to my personal Twitter, and I know that that could be something that you take on, having a classroom Twitter and your own personal Twitter. Again, it's up to you, but this is a way that it can be used in the classroom. Now, some other ideas that I have for you, I wrote out 10 of them, and here they are. So one thing you can do to start with is write due dates. You can use a Twitter to connect with the community. You can have students write Twitter poems that have to only be 150 characters. You can track a government department or organization. You can post sample questions for an upcoming assessment. You can make book recommendations to your students. You can have students take a poll. You can post videos related to your content. You can make students write summaries that have a 150 character limit, or you can simply network with other teachers on Twitter. So it's completely up to you how you want to do this, where you want to take it, but know that the resources are there for you. And in addition to this, I have one more link that I will leave up on the screen right before we finish this video with more resources about how to learn to use Twitter successfully in your classroom. So in order to prepare for our play date for Twitter next week, I'd like you to fill out this Twitter in Education screencast survey where you can tell me how you feel about Twitter. This was a very brief overview, but I want to know what you think. And so there's about 11 questions here that I would like for you to fill out as best as you can so I can gear our professional development training for next week based on your answers. And before we go, I promised you some extra resources so you could read more about this, and here they are. So there are 5 links there that I have used and reread, and I hope that they work for you just as they have for me. Don't be afraid of using social media in the classroom, and please, please let me know how you feel about Twitter and what concerns you may have, and I promise we will find a solution. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to take the survey. Thank you.